How's it going, everyone? Yeah, I told you we were going to start a new series since Sinbad left. We have a 1999 Sega Zombie Revenge sitting here where Sinbad was. A little furry critter pain in my butt. Yeah, look at him. Just, not me. Not Taz. Anyway, they did sell this in a dedicated and as a kit. This is a kit, from what I can gather. Zombie Revenge is kind of a spin-off of the series House of the Dead. There was a couple of different names for this game before they settled on Zombie Revenge. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Blood Bullet, Zombie's Nightmare, and then they settled on Zombie Revenge. 2-player, 3-button, 8-way. At least that's what it says, but that sure don't feel like an 8-way joystick. But we'll find out. Cabinet's in decent shape. There's no big gouges out of it, and the bottom's not all swelled up and rotten like most of them are that we get in. This has a 25-inch monitor, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it looks like anyway. Looks like it was capped not too long ago because all the caps are in good condition. Not sure. All I can see on the board is Cortec. So I don't know who made the monitor. There's a date on the pan, 1998-4. So the chassis is well, at least the cabinet's probably a 98. Like I said, I'm almost positive this is a kit, just because of the way everything is put together, kind of with tape and a big pile of wires lying all over the place, and we got to figure out what the hell all that is before we turn it on. And you can see it's a Naomi Sega Naomi Zombie Revenge. This has the computer style in it, probably a hard drive. Oh, that's our video board there, and that's our interface board back there with looks like a JAMA connection on it. But man, there's wires everywhere in this thing. We have one there that's unhooked. I don't even know. It just kind of goes up and then back down, and there's no rhyme or reason. Just the red connector, and then on the bottom is, just all wires. Power supply, isolation transformer for the monitor. No varistor on it. I don't see one anyway. And the cabinet for indoor use only, MHA, model number C1025. And everything, it's complete. There's the door, back door for it. So at least we're starting with everything. Gotta see if I can find an on-off button. It's probably right on the But here's all of our, that's the front panel control for the monitor. Power supply, let me stick. No, that's not even bolted down or anything. It is hooked up. Oh, I don't even see an on-off button. Well, it might be a plug and play, huh? You just plug it in and start playing. Huh? Here's a power going up. But there is, that goes up to the light. Aha, there it is. Alright, there's an on-off button on it. But what I would like to do, just for gits and shiggles, is clean up some of this wiring and make sure everything's connected and nothing's going to jump out at us if we plug it in and try it. I'd really like to know if it works. Okay, so I am going to do some straightening up in here and see what the hell I can find. Make sure everything's okay, and then we're gonna plug it in and turn it on and see what we can see. Just gonna make sure everything's in position so when we plug it in and turn it on that we don't have a small fire. So let me go back. I'm gonna just kind of tidy up in here, make sure everything's okay, and then we're gonna plug it in and turn it on and see what we get. Okay, I kind of drug everything out that I could and checked everything. There's nothing down there that's gonna arc off. There's nothing. Everything looks okay. Just once we get it going, boy, we're gonna have a lot of tidying up to do, that's for sure, and fixing some wires and getting rid of some tape and actually doing what should be done in the first place. But somebody was in a hurry, or that's all they had. You know, didn't have solder and shrink. Who knows how long ago this was done. So what do you think? I think we should be brave and plug it in. Let me find the end of my cord. Throw everything on the floor. There it is. There. I think we got a little bit of a nasty cord there, but I don't. It looks like one's bare, but the other one isn't. I don't know. I think we ought to fix that before we plug it in. Yeah. Too many bare wires in there. I'm going to cut it and yeah, shoot. There's nothing touching. I just suggest you don't grab this after I plug it in. Let's see how come. They do have the ground hooked up. Just got skinned from shipping. The cord probably got run over a few dozen times. Let's see if I can set you down on my knee and my lap so we can peel this. Yeah, I know. Somebody's saying, why don't you just replace the cord? Well, ooh, almost lost you. Well, we'll replace it in another video. There we go. Alright, everything's okay in it now. I think we can, let's throw caution to the wind and, you know, shoot. Well, everything came on. It must have been turned on. Noisy ass fan, that's for sure, isn't it? I don't see any smoke. I also don't hear anything out of the monitor. Ooh, we do have neck glow. Well, we've got white screen. Let me put my light up. No light there. Looks like we have just a white screen. That line you see and going down, that's just on the camera. Yeah, I don't see that in person, just on the camera. I think I think our monitor is fine. I turned up the volume all the way. I think our board set's not working, which is typical. Okay, well, at least we know where we stand. I know our board set's powering up. You can see the lights inside. Now, I've never had one of those apart, so I guess we're going to find out together, because if it's not playing blind, or we would hear volume. I don't have any volume, so I think let's see, that that's the VGA cable there, the heavy one. And that comes out of our board set and goes over to the converter board. I have a converter board that converts the VGA signal to our regular red, green, and blue for our monitor. I don't know if they call that the I/O board or not. And then we have this small one that comes off of the control board and USB plugged in there. Could have a bad VGA cable, could have a bad USB cable, but normally if we're not getting any video signal, at least we would be getting a sound. We would hear the board set booting and we would be getting some sort of sound out of it. And it's not even trying. Here's our volume right there. That's all the way down, and that's all the way up. Neither one of our test buttons do doodly squat. Let's see if it'll coin up. See, I don't hear it doing anything. Okay, so our problem is probably in our computer with a noisy fan. Turn it off and we'll turn it back on one more time and see if we get anything out of it. Nope. Just white screen. Alright, so I think our next step is going to be pulling that board set out and taking a peek and seeing if we can see anything on it first. Okay, I got our board set, or computer, or whatever you want to call it, up out of there. Here's this is the game cartridge. And you can see everything is surface mount on this. So if you have a problem with one of the ROMs, you know, you have to desolder the whole thing off of the board. These are like 80 pin, something like 80, or they may even be 40. What do we got? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, those are going to be 40 pin. But same thing, you have to desolder this whole thing off of the board. You have all your little legs. It's a surface mount. There's no legs that go through the board. So these are really fun to change a ROM if you have a bad one. Now we weren't getting anything up on the screen. Most computers, even if the CMOS, which the battery was down to 1 volt on the, it's either, you know, it's a save settings or it's a CMOS. From what I've been reading, these have a CMOS in them, so you should get some sort of boot if you're getting power through the CPU. And right now I don't think we are, because we have nothing up on our screen except for a white screen. So I think what we need to do here is get this board up out of here. I see a lot of dirt right about, you know, at this IC15, which is probably going to be our CPU, and I'd like to get to that and see if it's clean, or get it cleaned up and make sure it's okay. And we need to check this. That's the noisy one there, that's back in there. And did some reading on this, and even if the fans aren't working, it will not boot. Let's see, APR Singapore. That's a M2IC 140. Okay, anyway, don't mind the monitor chassis in the background. That is, I am working on it. That is for Silver Strike. And she's the one that smoked. And you can see right where it smoked. So that's going to be kind of a fun little repair there too. I have to cut that back. I got to get away from all that charring because carbon is a conductor. And not sure if it was because of that one, if the one, excuse me, can't do two things at once. If that one transistor got too hot, and or just was a cold solder, there was no cold solder. I think it either crapped out or that was a weak spot on the board. Looks like we have 7. Alright, I'll get these out and we'll get this opened up and take a look at it. Okay, folks, I took the board set up out of there, changed the super cap in it. I was told that just by changing that super cap, 3 out of 4 boards will boot. Yeah, well, that's my luck. I have the one that it doesn't. I changed it, cleaned all the fans up. They're all running like they should. They also said that the boards won't boot. The board won't boot if the fans aren't running. Well, I run them both. Both of them are running fine. They're working good. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh, power supply wasn't screwed down. So I'm thinking that somebody else was having this same issue before it went to the sale. And then, of course, I buy it. But, on a good note, the board itself, the Naomi, original Naomi board, I can pick up a used one that's working for about 93 bucks. Now the game cartridge itself, Zombie Revenge, is about 310 shipped. Naomi, about 93 shipped. Has to come over from Japan, but hey, you know, that's not bad. It should show at least, it should boot up to the test menu where it's testing the ROMs and everything, and it doesn't even do that. I mean, it's getting 5 volts, it's getting its 12, it's getting its 3.3. Tested all the connections on the power supply, and all the 5 volts, all the 12 volts, and all the 3.3 volts are there. So I know it's getting the right power. And it's dead to the world. It won't even boot up the test screen. It should at least go to, like I said, the RAM test. But all I have is a white screen. It's absolutely doing nothing but laying in there like a brick. So unfortunately, that's as far as I'm going to go in this video, because now I have to wait till I have the funds to buy that board. I was hoping there was something we could do, you know, cheaper wise to get it up and running, but no, not going to happen. I was able to get the super caps, and that's about all the money I can spend right at the moment. So this one's going to go on the back burner for a while until I can get the new board set in, or used board set, and then we can start going through and tidying up all this rat's nest that's down here, and get all of our wires fixed and heat shrunk instead of black electrical tape. That's going to take me a couple hours just to clean all that mess up. And let's see what we got to do to get this mess cleaned up here. But like I said, unfortunately, that's as far as we're going to be able to go for now. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. You know, kind of a sad ending right now. And hopefully we'll be able to get her up and running here shortly. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Things are just too slow. So if you like the video, hit the like button. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're new here. Until next time. See ya.